Okay, here's a little help on segments and circles. The segments, you are using the formulas that are given on the previous page. So I have the document right there, so we're either going to identify which circle it looks like to figure out which formula we use. So we've got these three above. So I'll just label them 1, 2, and 3. See if I can get that a little bit darker. 3, 2, and 1. So we'll label that 3, 2, and 1. So looking at problem number 1, what formula does it resemble up above? And I can see that it is formula 3. So I'm going to use the formula 3. It looks like that one up there. So with that being said, use formula 3. So formula 3 is this. You write the formula down. That's why you have to copy that in your notes so you have your formula. A plus B equals C plus D. All right, so you have that now. So now let's label our diagram. Well, on formula 3, I've got an A on the outside. Doesn't matter which one I pick, but I'm going to label my 7A. And then my B is on the same line with my A, so that I'm going to label. I just wanted to erase some of that so it looks better. Okay, so I have an A and a B. So 7 is my A, B is my X, a C, helps if I write the C better, a C, and then 15 would have to be your D. Right, so I've got that formula there. Now I'm going to plug in my values. So in this formula A is 7, so 7 plus B, B in this case is X, C, which is 6, and then 6 plus D, which is 15. Now I can just go ahead and solve for X. So here I have to distribute. So I get 49 plus 7X. And then on this side, I'm going to go ahead and combine that. So I'm going to 6 plus 15, excuse me. So this is 21. So I take 6 times 21. So 6 times 21, which is 126 on this side. Now I'm solving for X, so I have to subtract 49 from both sides. My voice is scratchy, so sorry about that. And then 126 minus 49 is 77. And then divide by 7, so X equals 11. So in this case, X would be 11. Okay, so that's for an example using that. So now I'm going to go ahead and clear that and go on to another problem. And you could pause the video if you need to or go back. So I'm going to stick with my 1, 2, and 3 numbers. And now I'm going to go over to number 2. Okay, I'm going to look in at this problem here, and what I see again is this resembles formula 3. So I'm going to label my diagram. Doesn't matter as long as they're on the same line. AB and CD. A is on the outside of the circle. C is on the outside of the circle. So I labeled that, and then I'm going to use that formula. A plus B equals C plus D. Plug in your values. A is 9, so 9 plus B is X. C is 8, 8 plus 10. So I'm just getting those values, C and D there. So now distribute. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times X is 9X. I'm going to combine the 8 plus 10 to get 18. So I'm going to find out what 8 times 18 is. And that is 144. I'm solving for X, so I'm going to subtract 81 from both sides. So 9X equals, let's see, 144 minus 81, which is 63. Divide both sides by 9. So X equals, what do you think? 63 divided by 9, 7. So again, that's 7. Okay, so let's see if we can find one with a different formula. Again, you can pause this and rewatch it as many times as you need. All right, so let me see if I can find, okay, so let me bring this photo down. Okay, so I'm going to label my photo again 1, 2, and 3 for the formulas. Looking at number 4, I see that it represents this picture, looks like number 1 up here. So my formula is AB equals CD. So label, now notice A and B, if I take AB here, it is also on the, is it on the same line? Yes. So it doesn't matter which one you start your letters with, but you have to have it on the same line. So I have A, B, I've labeled those, and now notice your, I can't talk. A, B, notice how it works here. This is D and C, so it's a little bit funky. Your C and your A have to be, like if this was a dot, it has to be like on that side. Your B and your D is on the other side, so I hope that made sense. Okay. All right, so let's label, we got C and D. So A is X. So X, B is 10, C is 15, and D is 8. So 10x equals, let's see what 15 times 8 is, 120. Divide them by 10, you get 12. Okay. So I've got that. Now let's find another problem to do. Oh, okay, number 3 here. Let's see what formula to use. It's not number 1 because I've got stuff outside the circle. 2. Now notice 2 goes outside, and then this line goes through the circle to the segment, and then the other side only stops. That's the difference between the first 2 we did. The second one only stops. So I'm going to use formula 2. So formula 2 is C squared equals A plus B. Okay, so now I've got to label my points here. So according to my document, A and C are outside, and C is your small one that doesn't, this line here doesn't go through the circle. So this would have to be your A and your B. So C is 12, so 12 squared. A is 9, 9 plus X. Okay, so I've got 12 squared, which is 144. Distribute, 9 times 9 is 81. And then 9 times X is 9X. So let's get the X by itself. So I subtract 81 from both sides. 144 minus 81 is 63. So dividing 9, we get 7 is X. So there's your answer. So you have to identify what formula to use. Okay, so what diagram does it look like? So that's the first thing you do. So once you find the diagram, that's the formula you're going to use. And then label your points, and then fill in your numbers. So I hope this helps.